Well, hello and welcome back to GMODISM channel. This is your host Eric, and what you're seeing in front of you is the MaRuler. Because obviously, some of you have asked me how long the game lays in Marauders, and Marauders being a standardized and useful measuring unit in this game, well, I felt that a Marauder ruler were completely missing from the game, and that was quite a hassle. How are we able to measure things in Marauders if there is no Marauder ruler? So here it is, the MaRuler. It conveniently measures ships in increments of Marauders. Yeah, and the width of them as well. We have it here. I had a little docking station for simple use. And we're gonna add some more features to it, honestly. I already uploaded a version to the workshop, but I'm gonna upload a updated version because I think it deserves some upgrade. So when you watch this video, that is already on Steam Workshop. You should then go there and download it, subscribe to it. And if you don't want to do that, please vote it, because I think we both agree that it would be hilarious if the Marauder ruler was present on Steam's launch screen when people start the game all over the world. That would be amazing. So go to the Steam page and give it a positive rating right now. Are you done? Well, then we can continue with the video. Otherwise, go do it now. GMODISM, you're completely obnoxious. Alright, so what have I done here? I've taken the Marauder and I've taken a sub-object and put it to the main construct. So this version of the Marauder, it does have detection and stuff like that, and weapons and that, but it doesn't have a active maneuver system. I set it so that it won't maneuver around, so it won't drift or anything like that. Set it to an empty one. Yeah, salted with a stick. Anyways, and I added this little measuring ruler. Also, we chained them together with these blocks, which is also what's connecting them, aside from this little rubber thing. And the rubber measuring band. It's in rubber because we should be able to measure your ship without bumping into stuff and causing kinetic damage, was my thought. So that's kind of the setup here. I also decreased the lag a lot. I removed the light in the interior here. We only have one AI there, so it's not like the baguette from that Hitman that has like an AI in each section. It just has one AI because it's not functionally usable, really. It's if it's going around and commanding and doing stuff, it will be pretty useless. So I saved some cost and blocks, minimizing the cram cannons, removed some effect like the water pump effect, removed most of the water pumps actually, so we only have a complete one here. And we also removed some lead, replaced it with some metal, add some stabilization and stuff like that. Also, of course, Roman numerals from 1 Marauder to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you can easily measure your builds in Marauders. Yeah, up to 14 Marauders long. And this is the new unit, I would suppose. I posted this on the Reddit. Somebody had a good idea. So it can be confusing to call Marauders M, So perhaps we should add a little sign here with one Marauder. Yeah, I don't know. I think the people on Reddit suggested MRDR or something like that. So I think that's the unit, right? 1 Marauder is a unit. MRDR. That's great. For short. And obviously, I suppose that we have some different variants as well. So I suppose that a L-MRDR, that's of course length Marauder. Like that, fantastic. I can spell. Almost. Okay, so I got a little funny idea here. L-MRDR, that's a length, Marauder length unit. W, that's a width unit. And a single V is a volume unit, because obviously I feel we should have a volume unit. So we're actually going to play around a little bit with breadboards, because I haven't done that too much. I'm gonna save this thing. Yep. And remember, this updated version is on the workshop when you see this. We're just gonna remove this little vehicle that we were holding. I just added a little holding base so we can like spawn and hold vehicles easily. Yeah, so I imagine that we need to have a little Marauder calculator. And I'm very new with breadboard. But I suppose we can just... I guess we can just have a little calculator area here. I would imagine it's not like that hard. If we just set up... I basically want something to input into a screen, and then that we get the kind of output from that screen. That would be pretty optimal. So I guess we're just gonna do a little... a little, I don't know, command board or whatever. So you can kind of add a little section here where we are to control a little interface, if you will. A little interface. Gonna add a new color here so we can get a kind of white. Excellent. And I think we're gonna have perhaps a click on this interface. Something like that, perhaps. Maybe that's our interface. And then we can add some like command units and stuff here and there. Maybe we can have some input values there. And then have a little breadboard. So I'm gonna play around some with the breadboard. Yeah. I think, you know, but we're gonna use this one. This is the non-AI breadboard. So yeah. Okay, I think I got an idea. So here we have text blocks. So here we can have input volume, because we want to calculate like multiple things here. This is going to be input volume. Like this. In title. Perfect. So let's say we have like 5,000 there. We can input that. If we go down to this breadboard here, I found this thing. I can just show you here. Generic block getter. And then we find a text screen. So imagine this is the text screen, and here we have text screen, right? Title string. So I guess, I don't know if it's title or data or whatever, but we are going to get a multiply. So you're gonna have this thing, right click there, 5,000 times 1. And this is going to be a value that is basically divided. Is there division, or do I need to multiply it with a smaller value, I wonder? Math evaluator, okay. All right, I may have found something here. If we delete this and select math evaluator, perhaps this, if we have like A divided by B, that would be kind of useful. So if we connect up 5,000, that should be a value, I suppose. And can I just write in numbers here? It's gonna be constant. And the Marauder, I wrote it down somewhere, or we can just look in here. So the volume of the Marauder is 5643. Okay, so if we just go here and write in divided by 5643, perhaps we can get a output, I don't know. So we just have a sum connected up there. Do we have no? Okay, that doesn't work. Looking at the documentation here. I want to make a real ballistics computer sometime, and I'll have to use all of this. Ooh. It's gonna be fun in some way, but man, yeah, okay, this was some time ago. Okay, I think I may have found something. Here we can see number and like text. Perhaps we have to define it as text. So I played around a little bit here, and yeah, we'll see. Because I tried to define them as number, but I don't think they want to be number. But if we say they're text, apparently not. Well, okay, this is really weird. Look at this thing. So now they are called text, but man, this is maybe okay. Data. We're getting close to something. The title, data, the title. Okay, if we have a data, the title. And we say that this is a floating point number. No, okay, stop working. Can I convert this output to string? No. Decimal places. Okay, convert output to string. I don't know. All right, so I think I found something. This is a printer. And if I remove this quotation marks, it turns it into a number, it seems like. So if I kind of like, I don't know, delete this connection, and can I have an output, please? And input this output here somehow. Then add a second input, okay. Then perhaps if I set this up, it may work. No? Right, so I tried here, and I even tried multiplying the value, but it does nothing as the input is a string. So I'll need to figure a little bit how to make this even work. Finally, I have found something. So what you do is you write number A. I tried like Python programming to make a float, but that doesn't work. So we'll have a number like this. So then it will divide whatever you put in here and make that output a value of Marauder, basically. So I suppose that now I hope I can provide a projector to kind of project the results on the screen here. That would be nice. Also, I named this, so like Shift N. So this is volume. So this is gonna be width, I suppose. So no, this is gonna be okay. So this is volume. Right, this is gonna be width, so we're gonna name that, and we have one on top here. I suppose that's gonna be like length. What would make most sense? I don't know, blue perhaps. So then then we should name this L. Okay, LW volume. That's perfect. Now we also need cost. So the value here, down here, that's gonna be pink. It's gonna paste that. We're gonna have name this. Thank you, name. Shift N, please. Cost C. Great. Perfect. Right, so here we have some of these. So I set them up to be the nice little way here. Now we should hopefully be able to... So this one is the real volume. We're just gonna like name this thing as well. I'm gonna name it to whichever value, volume, right? So this is gonna be called volume. Great. And now I hope that we can get into here. So here we have the value. And we are going to generic block setter, I think it is. And we need to change this to hologram projector, filter like this. And if we output it here, I'm so curious. Please stop blurring. Does it work? No. Okay, okay. We'll need to set up some stuff more. Right. Hologram projector. Activate. No, no, no. Holodata. It's gonna be text to display. Right. So this is the string. Yes, that's right. That's right. And okay, this is fun. It's working. It's also probably going to set it as text to display string. And we should probably like add what it is before it. And I'm not quite, that should be able to holodata text to display as a string, right? Probably. And then we should probably be able to set it to have volume in front of it. I think I remember what we should do now. Okay. So I believe that we need to go, this is probably like setup, right? Now we need the math evaluator probably. Because here we should be able to plus like a text, right? Now this is a, okay, so if we are able to put this into here, I can remove this one there. Can you? No? Okay, remove linkage, thank you. And if we have a string, so A, this value should be able to be written as, now let's see here, it should be text, right? Let's check the documentation. We can change the input to something else. We just wrote the num before and it turned it into number. So if we turn it, if we write, what is it, text? Is it just text? String, right. So if we write string, parenthesis, A, like this, plus B here, perhaps it will output it as some kind of string, but I'm a little bit uncertain here. I think perhaps we need an actual input here, and that input needs to be a string, possibly. Yes, exactly. Here we have under the constant value, we set this as text, and the text is volume, right? And if this is inputted here, this plus B or whatever, yeah, it's gonna be that. So if we have a space there and a space before, and we actually switch the positions of this one, this is starting to go great. I told you I was going to learn learn this. And then we can probably have a, oh yeah, we can add marauders after this as well. So I don't know if this will be a C or whatever, but if we add a third input here, then it could be, this should be, no, volume. So we control, we paste this in there. Oh, okay, no, this doesn't. Did I spawn another one somewhere? Probably not. Control C, copy values. Okay, Control Shift C. That pastes it. Okay, nice. Why is it red all of a sudden? And this one is like this. And this text is changed to MRDR. Okay. Yes, look at that. That's perfect. So the only thing I'll need to do now is to use the floor value because this we have this thing here. So we need another math evaluator. It's like the only block we need, it feels like. Floor A, like this. And if we set this to this, and this to this. Let's check the documentation here again. Is this even the variable name A? Floor A. Huh. Oh, I get. When we set floor, it of course goes down to the next decimal. So I'm not sure exactly how we can floor it to a... what if we do like this? Like floor A point A? Is that a thing we can do? No. I did a little Google search. So what we need to do is we need to take floor A, okay, times 100 divided by 100. We get 2 decimals. That's amazing. Now, I don't know why volume is red here, but whatever. I guess, are we having some like problems here? I don't know. Anyways, this looks fine, right? Volume 0. Yeah, this looks pretty nice. But I'm curious what's happening here. I just removed it and put it back again, and that seemed to be a solution. So yeah, now we have a thing that outputs. So let's see if it works now. This has some formatting issues. We'll need to add a space before, like that. Okay, so if we go in here and write in the volume here. So if we write in 4000, we get the volume. Okay, cool. That's nice. A really big value. We can get 800 Marauders like that. That's pretty cool. So what we basically need to do now is, I don't know if we can like mass copy stuff. No, we can't. So then I'll just guess we'll have to Control-Shift-C a lot here then. Whoa, without accidentally breaking anything. So I'm just gonna painstakingly copy and paste stuff. Control-Shift-C. Right. Okay. I feel like you may not have to watch all that. What we're basically just doing here, right? This is gonna filter, so this one will be the next setup. So let's say we're doing length here, so we're gonna sort it with L. Then we're gonna sort this one with L as well. Perfect. And length, well, the Marauder is about 75, I think it is. So we set this to 75 instead. Yeah. And then just change this to length. And then just, you know, input the things. Connect them up again, basically. God, I'm so unused to this, but it's not that hard, actually. I have been putting off learning BreadBoard for far too long. Because I thought that it would be so difficult, but now when I'm starting on it, maybe I gained intelligence since I tried last, but look at that, it's not that hard. And then just output it here, right? And what if we do, I can just close this down, and if this works right, we'll just need to name this Shift N, I'm gonna name it L. And there we have it. I'm gonna do it for the other ones. This kind of turned a little bit into a tutorial, so I'm gonna show you this last one fully. So we just hover the mouse over where we want it, Ctrl-Shift-C, put it there. Ctrl-Shift-C, we'll just put all values there to connect it down here. So I can kind of recap a little bit with you, whoops, what everything is, no, Control, oh god damn it, did I mess something up? Did I paste values? No, I think it's fine. Ctrl-Shift-C right there. So this is the title. It's gonna be sorted by C, big C this time. So this hologram projector gonna be sorted with C. The cost of the Marauder, we're gonna input it here. 42,005 Mat serials right there. I'm gonna change this to cost. And we are going to just connect this up. So this first one, as you can see, on top of here, is going to be the cost input like that. And that's going to be divided by the cost of the Marauder. Whoops. Thank you. Like this. Right? And this value, we'll need to get some decimals here so it won't be all crazy. So we do this floor to get the decimals. Then we input them there. Then we want the cost to be, the cost is, you can see here, value B, it's the first one. And then this one, Marauders, the shortening for the unit is, yeah, put there very easily. Then we can just output this. And we can see here, if we close down, we have the cost of the Marauder just here. That's so easy. Yeah. That's cool. We made a calculator. I don't know why, but now I'm just gonna rename this. Length in title, yeah. I'm just gonna do all this. Write a little description here as well. You can now insert blah 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 to use the calculator to input the values in meters. Right. I think we should just add a little nice decoration to this to make it complete. Just gonna have a little wooden frame maybe. Because that's, I think, what a proper DVG calculator, or I guess this is technically not DVG, this is like our AOG system made by Captured for DVG things. But you know, it said in the game that various captains are using the Marauder as a testing metric, so might as well be a very official testing metric. I think that makes a lot of sense. See you in a bit. Alright, it is time to test the MaRuler. I think there is no better ship to test this with than the Gimle, of course. So let's go to the second chapter, Frontier Fleet, and find the Gimle. Oh, and my fleet colors are completely off. I just realized I had to turn them off when I played around with the Marauder a little bit. Because I didn't want the Marauder to kind of change with your fleet colors. Anyways, we are simply doing that. This is where you set up fleet colors, by the way. So you can simply set up Army of GMODISM colors as one of them, so you can switch between them if you like to load in some AOG ships. Anyways, I guess we're trying to dock this thing here, so we're gonna select Gimle class. Hold the distance. Oops. 0, thank you. Very far, maybe. Oh no. That's not enough. We may get into some issues. Right, so we'll just casually try and find the docking station. Oh man, it's inside the turret, I think. Oh no. Alright, we have parts of it here. I think I'll need the hood here. God damn it. I have a slight feeling that you're not supposed to hold this big ships, really, with a tractor beam. I think we may have broken it. I know the origin block is useful for... Yeah, it's useful for holding as well. Good. So we'll just add a little of these. Holding distance. Oh no. No, please. We can probably set it to be pretty dead on. Yeah, like this. And there we have it. So now we have docked the AOG Gimli class very easily. Which means that we can go in and see here, basically. Look at that, isn't that quite fine? Right, so now we should try and use this thing. We obviously need to set up some values here. So to get that, we'll need to check what we have here. So 2,199,000. Can probably have this back. Is the cost. So we're gonna have 2,199,000. Okay. That's the cost. That amounts to 52.35 Marauders. Right, so what's the volume then? Now, I didn't know if I input the correct volume for... I'll need to check the stats here a little bit. Yeah, that's right. That's the first one we did. Yeah, I think everything is correct then. So, the volume of the Gimli is clocking in at 213,000. So, we can write in 213,000, not to be too exact. Alright, that's nice. This is pretty cool though. 584. Perhaps we should be a little bit 584 to make it accurate. Alright, what's the width here? We have a 61 meters. That's gonna be about 3 then. 61. Yeah, that's... And the length is 374. And that's about 5 Marauder, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Isn't that quite nice? I'll just have to... this is a calculator. Behold. Having like the Roman numerals here just adds to the factor of coolness, I think. It feels so much more Deepwater Guard and so much more Army of GMODISM, so it's correct in any regard. And you can of course measure your thing with... you don't need to like dock it. You can just park it here and you get an approximate length of what it is. Now, one thing I wonder a little bit, I think it's going to be a little bit too complex, but I wonder what values can we extract using this breadboard? We're going to save this first, though. I couldn't find much there. One thing I kind of would like to set, I don't know if it's even possible, and I'm so new with bread, but it would be pretty cool if the tractor beam could extract all of those values from the ship you have docked automatically and output the values so that you know exactly how many Marauders it is. One thing I feel we should add though here is probably the added explanations. So like V dash, because we have these new units, right? So it should obviously reflect that. L MRDR and W MRDR NC-MRDR. That's right. That's exactly, here we have a proper value. I'm thinking we have too many decimals here for some of the values. So I think we're actually going to decrease this for some. The cost can be pretty useful if we have smaller ships too. Yeah, maybe 1 decimal is enough, but honestly, I think this is probably fine. Yeah, better too much accuracy than too little accuracy, right? Okay, there we basically have a calculator for a Marauder calculator. You can of course spawn the vehicle instantly here too. I'm gonna set the holding distance to... It's gonna be used to like hold ships, and most of them are not gonna have one of these. So we might as well have it like that, right? Very nice. And we have some epic music here. You can watch in a mini display the broadside of the Marauder, MaRuler, fight one Marauder, because that's fitting, right? Ironically enough, when you have this many broadside cannons, they're actually pretty scary. In any case, go down into the description and download the MaRuler. It's very useful. Otherwise, just leave a rating. I want this to show up on people who are playing the game today. That would be so funny. In any case, if you want to see more videos like this, please leave a like and do subscribe for future content. You'll have some live and some other cool channels there as well. If you don't know what GMODIST is, you may want to. And if you want to become a GMODIST, subscribe today, here as well. Also, in our Discord, we structured things up a little bit so you can more easily see like the from the depth channels and stuff like that. Well, basically just sorted them out a little bit. So if that changed for you, that's why. Since we are doing a lot of from the depth lately, we might as well fine-tune stuff a little bit to be more applicable to that. In any case, to stop ramble, this is your host Eric of GMODISM, and I'm signing out.